Wanna smash you? She was a fairy. Huh? Huh? She was a fairy. Huh? Huh? She was a fairy. With a fatty on my daddy. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to put my hair up in the bun. Actually, I'm not gonna put my hair up in a clip. Yeah, I'm just trying to do my hair, not gonna lie. Just trying to get my hair right. Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight. That's all I'm trying to do right now, you guys. Low key, high key, all the keys. Y'all, when your hair don't want to do what you want it to do, what do you do when your hair is like acting like she got a mind of her own in this bitch? Okay, you guys, I'm throwing this bitch up in a little bun and back, and we just gonna get it rocking and rolling, because she not about to have me out here stressing like this. She not about to have me out here stressing like this. Okay, you guys. I just had to put the hair into some kind of formation, triangulation, triangulation, okay? All right. Let me scoot up this ring light a little bit. There we go. See? And she would do that. Why would she do that? Like, girl, she's just giving me such a hard time today. Like, are you okay? All right, y'all. This is going to be a live Q&A. So I hope that this message hope that this message comes to those who need it, okay? Well, this ain't a reading, this is a Q&A, but if you guys are looking to join my readings, let me know. Let me know. I mean, I said my readings. If you guys are wanting to join my retreat, let me know. What's up, Carson? What's up, Jasmine? So this is going to be pretty much like a 30-minute-ish Q&A live sesh for people who are interested in going to the retreat. I'm actually going to put my link for the retreat in the chat section. Oh, thank you, Elham. Thank you. Kamuha. Okay, that's how you say thank you in Thai. Kamuha. I washed my hair last night, y'all. Hold on, let me do it again. A bitch, stiff wear. Okay, you guys, my bad. I'm a little cray. Okay, boom. So what we're going to go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and put the link to sign up for the retreat on the chat, in the chat. The link has joined the chat. That's how we're going to do that. And then we're going to get into some questions. So if you guys want to look at the link, look at the itinerary, boom, boom, boom. But I already have some questions here as well that some people have already asked me from my other lives, like on TikTok and stuff like that. So we're going to also get those questions situated and stuff like that. So that way you guys are aware, and then you can, you'll have the information to know pretty much how to join, what to do, the information that you need, the woot, the woot, the woot, the woot, the woot, the woot, the whoops. So I'm putting that link in the chat now. And I'm gonna pin it. Yep, there we go. It says Trova Trip. I'm pinning this message. It's pinned to the top. So if you guys want to look at it, check it out. It's pinned, okay? Or for this case, it'll be pinned at the bottom or whatever. So what are you doing this live? I'm curious. On the live, I'm curious. On this live, for this live, I'm going to be talking about my retreat in Thailand, you guys. I talk about it a lot in the videos before I get started on doing the readings. I talk about, oh, check out the link in my bio to check out my trip to Thailand. But I really felt like, and I look a little crazy right now, okay? Hair look a little crazy, but we just go, what can we do about it, you know? But we're just gonna talk about what we came here to talk about. Not me not having an earring in. Did I swing the earring out of my damn ear? Hold on, y'all. I gotta get myself organized. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. She was a fairy with a fatty on my daddy, roll a grabby, on a stashy. She was a fairy. She was a fairy. What? She was a fairy. Got my earrings on. Now we're gonna officially get into the Q&A. I had to get some new earrings, you guys. I officially got my earrings on. Now we can get into the Q&A. I had to change my hair up, y'all, because I wasn't liking the vibe. Now we got a good vibe going. I'm good. I'm good. You good? Okay, cool. Don't forget, you guys, also, if you're interested in getting additional extended readings and things like that, additional true love confessions and things, you can join my channel membership. It is linked in the description box below. If you want to get extendeds and stuff, and that's where I'll do announcements for discounted readings, for, you know, all the different things will be for my channel members. So tap in with your girl. But this live again is going to be for my retreat. So what is the Soul Love Retreat? That was one of the questions that I got that I'm going to be focusing on this Q&A. What is the Soul Love Retreat? Like, why do I need to go to Thailand in November? What's the deal? What you got? Okay, so the Soul Love Retreat is a retreat that I created. I partnered with Trova Trip, which is a platform where you can host retreats and also find retreats, okay? And the reason why I created the Soul Love Retreat is because, especially for people who are not in Thailand, I am in Thailand. So I came in Thailand in November, had a whole experience. It was great, and I'm still here. And for me, I know through my own experience, a lot of the times around, you know, later on in the year, like December, November, whatever, yeah, there's the holidays and stuff, but there's also like this weird seasonal depression energy that a lot of people pick up on, where it's like things ain't the same, life's not the same, the holidays aren't the same, yada 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 yada, right? It's all this energy of like just this like break, like all this traditionalism that we're starting to recognize and wake up and realize is not necessarily traditionalism for the sake of keeping the tradition alive, but it's more so like a cycle that we keep doing. We keep doing this cycle of holidays and this and that and going over here and doing this and doing that, but there's still a feeling of feeling like something's empty inside. I've personally experienced that. I've talked to people as well. I've talked to people as well that also experienced that. And so The Soul Love Retreat is going to be from November 14th to the 20th. So you actually have time to do holiday stuff because it's not actually during the holidays, it's right before the holidays. So by the time you end the retreat, you can go back home and get prepared for Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that. But the intention of me creating the Soul Love Retreat, why the Soul Love Retreat, is because it's a reset for your soul. It's not like this is a retreat that necessarily has to have some sort of major objection or major objective. It's really just saying, hey, come out, have fun, check out this new place, this new country. A lot of people are coming and moving to Thailand. For some of you guys, you may even be interested in moving to Thailand. You want to see what it's like before you actually make the jump. This is the perfect retreat to come to do that. So you can actually see what it's like, what the process is like, how you exchange money, things like that. But for those who are not coming to move, those who just are looking at this simply as a vacation or a getaway, that's exactly what this is. It's a chance for you to reset your energy, reset your soul, because as you know, a lot of the people that I'm pitching to for this retreat are in the US and they come from other places too. Don't get me wrong. I'm pitching to anybody that is on the vibe, on the wavelength. But for the people specifically in the US, I know what y'all going through out there. I know what y'all going through out there. Okay? And I want to create a space where you can see soul love. What does it mean to have soul love? Soul love is like, it's deeper than self-love. It's like you're going to put the heart and the soul of what you want at the forefront of anything else and anything and anybody else. Soul love is when you put your soul, your passion, and your purpose at the forefront of every action and decision that you make. And so for me, this Soul Love Retreat means for the people who are coming to have a reset. So what we're going to be doing, that's what some of you guys are like, well, what are we going to be doing there? We're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be excursions that we're going to do, long boat rides, speed boat rides, pretty much like all the fun stuff that you do in Thailand. But on a spiritual aspect, on a self-resetting aspect, right? We're going to be doing a group spiritual cleanse, meaning we're going to be getting cleansed by traditional Buddhist Thai monks. If y'all have never had that experience, which a lot of you guys may not have, that shit hit your soul. We chant with the monks in a different language. It's like kind of like Burmese, but it's like Thai/Burmese. It's very ancient chants, okay, that we do. We chant. You're going to cry. You're going to feel, especially if you're feeling called to come to this retreat or drawn to Thailand in general, you're going to probably cry. It's going to be very deep, okay? But it's going to be so liberating and so beautiful. And then at the end of that, after you get the cleanse, right, you donate to the monks. So you actually help the monks have things that they need for themselves. You donate to them to afford what they need, and then they do the service in exchange. But then afterwards, they fill up a water in your cup. Like they fill up a water from a little like water thing. And then you go outside in the monks' monastery, like where they live. You go outside and you put that water on a tree. And it's said that after you get the cleanse and you pour the water into the tree, you're helping someone who passed on. You're sharing love to them. You're sending love to them even. So it's like a ripple of love being sent from inward, outward, and onward, okay? That's one of the things we're going to do. Then we're going to go to the Loy Krathong festival. The Loy Krathong festival is basically a water festival to a water goddess well known here in Thailand. So when the water festival happens, it's pretty much that you, the Krathong is like a little boat that is made out of banana leaves. You can put incense, candles, whatever. It's like a little float that you float on the water. It's a little boat. And traditionally, you cut off a little bit of your hair, you put it on the Krathong, and you pray and you send it out into the water. You ask for forgiveness for all the harm that we caused to the water, y'all. That's very important. If you know about the water spirits, then you know, okay? But we apologize during this time for our abuse of the water, how we have misused and taken the water for granted. But it's also a good time to bring and call in good fortune and new energy into your life. That's one thing we're going to do. So it's a spiritual aspect to it, but we still going to get on them long boats. We still going to get on the speedboat. We still going to go to PP Islands. We still going to go to the nightclubs. We still going to turn up and do the things that we need to do. So I say that to say, like, Some people think that a spiritual retreat, I'm not calling this a spiritual retreat. I'm calling this a soul love retreat, because whatever your soul loves to do, we're probably going to be doing on this retreat. Whatever your soul is loving or yearning for, and you're drawn to my retreat, 9 times out of 10 we're going to do it. It's not just going to be one of them retreats where we're just going to sit right here and blink our eyes and do yoga. No, but we finna have staff meetings. We finna have a poetry slam that I'm gonna be hosting. Like, it's on point, y'all. Check out the itinerary. You can literally use the link that I pinned here to check out the itinerary and come back to the Q&A and see if you have any questions. I'm just answering the questions that I've gotten from my TikTok people, because it launched over there first before YouTube. So I'm just, answering questions that TikTok people have already asked me, but we're gonna be doing that. So one of the other questions is everything paid for, including travel? So when you look on the pinned little link there that I put, so basically you need to find your way to Bangkok, Thailand. We're gonna start in Bangkok, and I'm gonna go over the itinerary. It says it on the link, but some people don't be reading or clicking links, so I'm just gonna explain it. You're gonna buy your plane ticket. First, you're going to book your ticket to reserve your spot, lock in, pay off the full fee. Then you're going to buy your plane ticket once everything is locked in. Then you come here to Bangkok. When you get to Bangkok, here's what you're going to have accommodated for because of the ticket that you bought through the link right here for the retreat. You're going to have room and board. Now, I recommend, if you're going to bring somebody to the retreat, bring at least one person, if not 2 to 3 people that you know, because the rooming situation is that there's going to be 2 beds to 1 room. So if you don't want to share a room with somebody that you don't know, bring a friend, bring 2 friends, 3, 4, bring however many friends, family you need, so that you can lock in that your roommate and you are going to be roommates and that person. Your transportation when it comes to anywhere throughout the city, after you get off that flight and you land in Bangkok, all your transportation is taken care of when it comes to different excursions that we're going to. Now, if you want to go to a restaurant you want to go to the mall, you want to go do whatever, you got to pay, you got to do that. And it's cheap though. So we have apps like Grab. Grab is a really good app to use for transportation. Bolt is actually cheaper than Grab. Bolt is actually a good app. You can book a motorbike, you can book a car. I take motorbikes everywhere in the city because it's just faster. The motorbikes get through the traffic. You ain't got to sit there. It be hot outside. Like, I ain't trying to be up in the heat, and I ain't trying to be up in the traffic with the cars. So the motorbikes, they move through the traffic. They have kind of like, they kind of have, like priority over cars, like whatever. They're catered to out here. So if you want to go to the mall, you can grab a motorbike, whatever, but that's not what the ticket covers, so you'll have to come out of pocket. But any transportation to our excursions, to dinners, to the nightclubs, to the street markets that we're going to be going to, right? All of that, right? That's going to be paid for. That's going to be taken care of because you pay for that with your ticket. And then excursions. We're going to be going to the floating market, which is the market on the river, in a boat. We're going to be in the boat, and you can buy things at the floating market just like you would any other market. And y'all see how the markets are set up here. The markets is popping. They be having music, food, okay? They just be lit. It be popping. It's very busy. A lot of people, a lot of food, energy, all that. So we're gonna be going to those markets, and also we're going to the floating market. And we'll be having pretty much transportation to those excursions and things like the museum, the longboat ride to the PP Islands, okay? That one is going to be lit. If y'all haven't looked up PP Islands, it's spelled P-H-I, baby, okay? You are not going to want to miss it. It's beautiful. Like the most beautiful, serene energy you've ever seen in your whole entire life. Beautiful. We're going to be going there. Check out the pictures in the link on my Trova Trip link where you can book your spot. Check out the pictures. They have pictures of the PP Islands, and I'm telling you, it looks exactly like that. The pictures is not lying. We're going to be doing all that. But all those excursions are going to be paid for. Even the nightclub that we're going to be going to, we're going to have a voucher to get, I think, like 1 free drink and entry into the club for free. All of that is paid for through the ticket. The museum that we're going to, we ain't got to drop no money on that. That's paid for through the ticket. the all the things we're going to be doing pretty much is paid for through the ticket. And I'll tell you every step of the way where you're going to need money and where things are paid for already. So boom, there's that. So all the excursions are pretty much paid for. Travel as far as in the city, transportation in the city into the other place that will be going, paid for. Hotel paid for. And about 75% of your meals. So you get like all of the breakfasts are going to be provided. But I think there's only going to be like 3 dinners and 3 lunches. So I feel like that's pretty cool. Because like, what if you don't want to eat what's on the menu? What if you want to get something else? What if you are not feeling what's on the menu that's provided? You have the option to, you know, get other meals, other places. It's super cheap, but about 75% of your meals are going to be covered. Okay. I think that's a pretty good deal for the price. I feel like that's pretty decent. Now, you guys are wanting to know, like I said, okay, you got to buy your own plane ticket to get here and to get home, but everything within the city is taken care of. Now, some of you guys are like, okay, so what's the deal? How are we doing this? How are we, and I'm going to answer some of y'all's questions here. If you guys have additional questions, if you looked at the link and you're like, I don't understand this, and you have a question, you could drop it in the chat. That's what this is for. We got about 9 more minutes before we close out. What was I going to say? So you're going to come to Bangkok. You're going to get here. Everything's going to be taken care of. Transportation, hotel, excursions. And then you'll actually be leaving from Phuket. So the itinerary is basically that we meet up in Bangkok. After you get out of the airport, you come to the hotel. You drop off your luggage and your bags. And then you can also come before the date that the retreat starts if you want. But you'd have to pay for your own Airbnb for the night before, because the accommodation is only for 7 days, okay? But essentially, you would get here, drop off your baggage, drop off your bags at the hotel. Then, you know, we chill, we have a good time, depending on how long or what time you get here. We'll probably chill, you know, go over some things, just chill, get some little downtime. Then at like 5:30 p.m., we're all gonna go to dinner together and then go to the nightclub. That's like the first day itinerary. And then after that, it's just gonna unfold into more activities. But essentially around day 4, we're actually going to go on the airplane. We're going to take all of our stuff from the hotel, because we're going to be transferring hotels to another hotel in Phuket. So we're going to hang out in Bangkok for a little bit. By day 4, we're leaving and going to Phuket. Now we're going to get to Phuket and we're going to have all this stuff, you know, the company Trova Trip, through your ticket, they actually pay for onward travel to Phuket. So you don't have to book another ticket. You just book a ticket from Bangkok to come, and then you can either leave from Phuket, you can go back to Bangkok, you can stay a little bit longer, whatever. So that's how that's going to roll. And then we're going to go fly into Phuket day 4, and then we're going to do some excursions. We're going to have a good time. We're going to do that longboat ride, go to PB Islands, just really enjoy the island life of Thailand, so you can kind of see both. And we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff to do. And I'm going to have also activities that I plan as well for us to do. And then pretty much after those few days in Phuket, you can either leave and go back home where you came from. You can come back to Bangkok. I'll be going back to Bangkok. But probably I'm going to be spending one more day in Phuket. But I'll be coming back to Bangkok after that. And then, boom, Rolling Loud is going to be happening. So for those who are coming out here for Rolling Loud, this is the perfect little relaxation, getaway, having a good time before you go to Rolling Loud. And I'll also be going to Rolling Loud, and I'm going to make a WhatsApp group for those who are going to Rolling Loud, so that way you can come with me if you're going to go. Okay, Rolling Loud is a hip-hop concert that they have in Thailand, in Pattaya, which is 2 hours away from Bangkok. Now, Phuket, you do have to get there on plane. I think it's like maybe less than an hour away on airplane, probably like fucking 30 minutes, but you can't necessarily drive to Phuket, okay, from here. It's probably going to be like way long time. So we're going to fly. So that's pretty much how the itinerary is. I'm trying to think of other questions that will be needing to be answered. When it comes to visas, did have somebody ask about, do I need a visa? Now, if you are coming from the US, you get like visa exempt entry. You get about, I think they changing it. It was 60 days and I think now it's like 30 days or whatever. But you get an extension for, you get like a certain amount of time that you don't have to have a visa if you have a US passport. If you're coming with a different passport, directly email me and reach out to me so that way I can give you the correct information, because I'm only aware of the U.S. passport. I'm a U.S. citizen, you know, so I'm only aware of us. But if you're coming from another place, I can tell you what it looks like. But essentially, if you want to get a visa for tourists, you go on to the Thai embassy website, and I think they have like an e-visa or an e-something that you can do now. I do know that they changed it. It was 60 days for US, and now I think they changed it to 30 days that we can stay. Whatever. They change laws here like crazy. So I'll be, you know, giving you guys an update through the WhatsApp group. We can talk about what is changing. We'll do Zoom meetings and everything for those who are like, it's going to be organized. Don't worry. It's not going to be confusing. And we'll do the steps for everybody to get their visa and everything. What is required for you, though? What do you need besides just buying your plane ticket to come to this retreat? You need a good, happy attitude. Not saying that you got to be like a goofy goober or nothing. You don't got to be like silly or like, you know, you don't got to be like fake, but a good, genuine attitude, a desire to actually want to come to the retreat, a desire to want to be here, and an openness to learning the language and the culture, because it is going to be different than what you're expecting. All right. Don't come here with them American standards. I've seen it happen, and the Thai people don't work like that. Not saying they're on their own time, but like the Thai people, they're not like on that American time. They're very chill, very like mellow, you know. So don't be coming here with that attitude. Leave that shit at home. Come with a fresh perspective, ready to learn, ready to embrace new culture, learn new language, eat new food, learn new traditions. Then you're going to also need, obviously, a passport. You're going to need a passport with at least 6 months left before expiration. So if you don't have a passport, or you have a passport that has less than 6 months of expiration, you got to figure that out, because you need to have a passport in good standing, a clean passport, no bruises on the passport, no stains and no rips, because they do reject people from entry for that very reason. It is crazy. So make sure your passport is clean, no rips, no tears, good energy on that one, okay? And then you'll also need, I would suggest traveler's insurance in case anything happens. I don't suspect anything will happen. I'm very intentional with energy. I manifest, so we ain't manifesting no emergencies and disasters. But I can't control everything. So in the event that something is out of your control, my control, whatever, travel insurance is it's recommended but not mandatory. That's on you if you want to get it. All right. Especially though for going on the long boats and the speed boat, you know, just saying. Traveler's insurance is recommended. And then you have to at least be, now for some people there is kind of a leeway. So we are going to be going out to clubs, partying and doing, you know, having a good time. We ain't going to be too wild. Like we ain't going out, you know, doing nothing crazy or doing substances or nothing like that. But we are going to be having a good time. So with that being said, if you did want to bring somebody, they have to at least be 18 years of age or older to come with us. 21 is kind of like what I was pushing for, but if you have a really mature 18-year-old, they can come. You know, they can come and be a part of it. I think in Thailand, the age restriction for certain things is different. Because, y'all, I've bought in, like, the drink he drank. I've bought in the staff meeting, the gardening supplies. They don't ID me for anything. But I don't know if that's just because I'm a foreigner or because, I don't know, maybe I don't look like a baby. I don't know. They don't ID me for anything out here. So I don't think that if you did bring an 18-year-old, and I don't think that the age, they don't ID people for shit. Like liquor, all of that. They don't ID people for shit. So if you do bring your 18-year-old little cousin, little sister, daughter, whatever, I don't think they're going to be ID, but double check and do your research before doing that. What's up, Elaine? Come on, Brazil. Come on, Brazil. I love me some Brazilian music. I want to go to the favela. No, I'm just playing. I don't want to go to the favela. I don't want to go to the favelas. I'm not one of those tourists. I'm from the U.S. I actually know what it does feel like to live in the hood. I would be very, very mad if tourists was coming to the hood and treating it like it was a tourist attraction. But low key, you know, when you from the hood, you want to check out other hoods. I've been to some hoods in Thailand. They got hoods out here, okay? So you guys, this is going to be very fun, and stay tuned. If Thailand's not exactly your vibe, or if it's just too soon for you, stay tuned for next year, because we are going to be going somewhere next year too. But I just want to keep it. I want to keep it. But yeah, good evening to everybody who joined. If you guys have questions about that, post your questions in the chat. I'm trying to think of other things that people asked me on TikTok and emailed me about. Oh yes, so for the retreat, there are payment plans. So when y'all click the link and you see the price of the retreat, it may alarm you at first. But there's payment plans. If you sign up before April is over, you have 4.5 months to make payments. So you send your deposit, which is 25% of the overall cost of the trip, put your deposit down, and then you have literally 4.5 more months to pay it off. Because it has to be locked in by August, I think 14th. Everybody got to put in their payments. All the people who are coming on the retreat have to have their last payment in by August to lock it in. See what I'm saying? So that's another thing. But the payment options are available, essentially. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is, you guys. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Definitely check out that link. It's pinned on there. And email me. You can check the description box below. In the description box, it has another link to the Trova trip where you can book. It has information where you can reach out to me on TikTok, email me, all of that. You can book a reading, all of that, okay? And like I said, if you guys are interested in joining my channel memberships, if you're liking the content I have going on YouTube, definitely check out my channel membership tiers. That information is below as well. So that way you can get extended readings, extended love readings, true love confessions, generals for career and other situations, more deeper stuff that we can't say on the public videos for YouTube. For the ones that are just seeing the videos on my channel, there's stuff we can't say. So the channel memberships is really awesome because it allows us to go a little bit deeper and keep it cute. Keep it cute. But the people who don't subscribe, or the people who don't join the channel memberships, they're not losing out on anything. You can't lose what you never had. They're not losing out on anything. They still getting cosmic council meetings, which I actually... Cosmic court is what I was going to say, which I actually need to do a cosmic. I'm going to do that on Tuesday. Don't ask me why, but Tuesday is when I'll be doing the cosmic court reading. I didn't get to do it this last week, but Tuesday I'll do it. And then, you know, just the late night love readings, the check-ins, that'll still be the same on my channel. The only thing that'll be different is for the channel members. They'll just get extra additional whatever. So yeah, I hope that this video helped you guys for the Q&A so that you kind of know what's going on with the retreats. Hit me up if you need anything. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Peace.